What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Where the Locals Skate. I'm your host once again, OG Skate Show. This is a podcast where we get to know local skaters on and off the board. And of course, here with me always, we have the Couch Boys.
What up?
David Peralta and Victor Castillo.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
And now let's introduce our guest this week. We have Daniel Romero in the studio.
What's good?
Dude, thank you for joining us today.
Dude, thank you for having me on.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you coming down. And I know you had a pretty long drive to get here.
Yeah. Luckily, there wasn't traffic, though. I mean,
Okay.
We were kind of expecting some sort of traffic. Didn't get any, actually.
All right. Let everybody know what city you're repping.
I guess you could say Hallandale, California. I mean, I don't ever skate in Hallandale, but
Okay.
that's where I stay.
Okay. And where's that more like that? It's a bigger city that we would know.
In between Victorville and Barstow.
Okay.
So if you take old Route 66, that's actually how you get to my house.
Oh, wow.
You actually have to take old Route 66 and then,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe about 20 minutes, get to my house. There's 2 lakes there in the middle of the desert
Okay.
and a golf course.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. A lake, though? Like fishing lake?
Mm-hmm. You can fish in there, put your boat in there.
That's cool. Shout out to that,
It's
man.
pretty lit. I mean, I don't necessarily care to live there just because I'm still young. It's more of a retirement community, but it's cool to live there. If you haven't been there, it's really pretty. High
That's
key.
nice. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, it gets pretty hot out there, though, I'm sure.
Not anymore.
Not anymore? It's gone.
It's getting there. I'm looking forward to fall and winter because the heat in the desert, especially the high desert, it's literally just like Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Not as bad, but
It gets there.
it's right. It's right
pretty
there.
close. All right.
Were you born and raised there, or you?
No,
moved
I was
there?
actually born in, I believe, Bellflower.
Bellflower, California?
Yeah, we lived in Bellflower up until I was maybe 5 or 6. Then moved to Cerritos, and then from Cerritos up to the high desert.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
about maybe 11 or 12 when we moved to the desert.
And how did you start skating?
I had a friend actually that was like balls to the wall for skateboarding, and I had moved to the desert, met this kid, and became his friend. He got me into skateboarding, and dude, sadly, he no longer skateboards.
Uh-oh. It happens sometimes.
Yep.
I mean, life happens. I mean, sometimes you get a girlfriend, sometimes you get a job, or you just, I don't know, things happen.
Yeah, and I'm at the point where most of my friends are starting to get like actual jobs now. Some of them have kids, more than one kid.
Right.
And I don't get to see much of my old friends, but I got Cody over there.
Shout out, Cody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cody.
shout out to Cody.
Hell yeah. All right. That's cool, man. And when did you meet him? Did you meet him young too?
Cody, how old were you when we met? 5 years ago?
When I used to ride scooters.
Oh,
Scooters, 5, 6 years ago, something like that. I used to go to school with his sister, and later on down the line, I found out that they were related, and then
oh.
he started skating, and I was like, oh, dude, this is lit.
Okay. Dude, that's cool. Yeah. All right. Do you remember your first skateboard?
I think it was an Element skateboard.
Okay.
I was probably like 6. I was pretty young, but if we were talking about, when I started to actually learn tricks, I would say my first actual board was a DGK.
DGK? Ooh.
DGK. It's hard. When you get into skateboarding, it's hard to turn away from the DGK graphics.
Mm-hmm.
Some of their graphics are just too good to pass up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty cool. I mean, if you're a young kid, I mean, they're out there like where you're like, I like that.
Bro, they got me.
Yeah.
I can tell you, they got me.
What year was this around? What'd you think?
Probably about 2013.
Okay.
13 or so.
Yeah.
Is that when you started skating? Around 2013?
That was more so when I like touched the skateboard, like for the first time, actually rode it around and stuff like that. I didn't actually start getting into skateboarding until I was maybe like 16.
Right. Yeah, a lot of us all had skateboards, but like me personally, I took it serious like the summer going to high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I met more people that were doing like tricks and stuff.
Yeah, and I mean at that age, it's like you got a lot of people that skateboard at that age, so
Yeah.
it's kind of easy to find people to skate with, but it's not for everybody.
Was it where did you get into like skateboarding, like learning like actual tricks through like homies, or like did you watch videos, or like what kind of motivated you to say, oh, I want to learn how to kickflip, or I want to learn how to jump stairs, or something?
Well, my homies when I started skating were pretty much as good as I was.
Yeah.
You know, nobody was able to kickflip yet.
Mm-hmm.
What honestly really lit the fire was I had a buddy that moved from where I live currently, to San Diego, and maybe about a year later he came back and this fool was doing kickflips, heel flips, and then me and my friends were like, damn, bro, like,
Okay.
we can't go out like this. You know, we gotta step it up. So then that's really what kind of lit the fire to do tricks.
Okay.
Did he kind of show you how to do them, or you just watched him and you're like, we had to figure it out?
He was flexing on all of us.
Okay. Okay.
He-
All right.
He was flexing, but I think that friendly competition is you need that, you know, because for some people, especially me, it puts a fire under me, because it's like, oh, okay, like, I don't know, I thrive off of that.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Right. I mean, that friendly competition, that's how we get better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we know the homie got this one trick, and then you go home, maybe secretly trying to get something else down, and you're like, oh, and then you come back and show him, like, this is what I got.
Yep. And growing up, it was the reason for that was playing skate. You would play
Mhm.
skate with somebody, and they would have something that you didn't, you know.
And it kind of forced you to at least try it, you
Mhm.
know? And then maybe you didn't even know you might have gotten close to it. You're like, maybe I got that.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you start to practice it, and there you go. You got another bag of tricks, or
Dang.
another trick added to the bag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Did it come easy for you once you started learning?
dude, no. Took me a year to learn how to kickflip.
Mm.
It's kind of embarrassing to say, but
Not really. I mean, it's not easy.
I mean, I wasn't able to kickflip for the longest time in my career until like 4 years into skating. I finally got it.
really,
Yeah, and then I used to do kickflips like weird, like with my front foot like angled like this, and I would just kick the board down.
whatever. I mean, however you got to do it.
Yeah.
That style will kind of develop later on.
Yeah.
Keep skateboarding.
That's usually what I tell little kids too. Like I'm like, look, don't worry about making it look clean right now or anything. The thing is to get your fundamentals down.
Mm-hmm.
Style and height comes over time.
Get
Yeah.
comfortable on the skateboard. Get comfortable pushing. You know, up a ramp, down a ramp.
Yep.
Yeah. Those are all good skills to have, man. Because a lot of times, like I've been saying it before, like sometimes you see kids hucking already and they still can't push. You know, you're like, let's let it. But, you know, that just comes like when you're a kid having to be in the streets all the time and going places, you have to learn how to push and keep up, and you know, you don't even realize that you're developing your style there too.
The kids that huck, bro, I got mad respect for them.
Oh, I do too.
You know, it's like, all right, if you're willing to throw yourself down a set, you were born to skateboard at least a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
that in you.
Yeah, like you said, they'll know right away whether or not they're a skater or not.
Mm-hmm.
The board will let you know.
During COVID, actually, we got a lot of that. We got a lot of skateboarders during COVID, and then over maybe the course of 2 or 3 years, they start getting weeded out. you
Yeah.
know? They realize how hard skateboarding is.
Do you think, like, because I remember, like, maybe some people were like, oh, I used to skate, now let's try it again. Maybe they got weeded out because it, you know, wasn't what they remembered, or maybe they had to go back to work after a while, you know.
Mhm.
But
Or they had a family, or
yeah.
life comes up.
yeah, but man, dude, that's crazy. I mean, skateboard did have a big boom right there during that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, skate shops were running out of wood and everything, so.
Dude, yeah, all of the distributions were on back order.
Mm-hmm.
The distribution that we were going through from one of my old sponsors, board sponsors, was they were in San Diego, and dude, it was like 8 months on back order.
Right.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
It's like they start running out of supply and everything. You're just like, how are we supposed to stay in business now? We don't have product.
Yeah.
And then they over ordered, and now they're sitting on a lot of stuff still. You know.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
A lot of people started their own brands during that time,
Mm-hmm.
and still sitting on all that wood.
Yeah.
Pause.
What was the board sponsor you wrote for?
IF Sk8.
IF Sk8?
Okay.
I don't know if you guys have heard of IF, but back in 2021, we held an event at a different skate park every single Sunday for 52 weeks, the whole year.
Wow.
Every single Sunday, and oh man, that we got burnt out quick.
I bet.
It's cool though. We met a lot of good people. We got to travel a little bit. You know, they sent us to San Francisco, San Diego, because I live in the desert, so it was cool to get to go to places like that.
Yeah, experience some stuff. Yeah.
It's cool the opportunities of skateboarding open for you like that, right? Because I was telling my little brother, I'm like, dude, thanks to skating, I got to travel to all these different places, and you know, I didn't think I'd ever get to go like that, but I got to go travel so much just to skate.
Yeah, and it's, dude, skateboarding can. You don't even have to be the best. You don't have to really be, because a lot of the skateboarders like that can even tray flip. If you could tray flip, bro, that'll just take you so far.
Yeah.
People don't look at it in that way or in that sense, but you guys, I surprise myself on the things that I've done through skateboarding.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question, man. You said you said IF skateboards. What does IF stand for?
Individually formed.
Individually formed.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. And what happened with that? It just fizzled out, or are they still around?
They want to start, coming back around again, but it was a one guy brand basically, and I think what happened was just life got to him a little bit. He had other priorities, and then it kind of fizzled out. But
yeah, it happens.
What an experience! I could tell you that. Shout out to Frenchie from IF Sk8.
Shout out to him, man. Yeah, I mean, it put you on a path, right? It helped you out. You got you out of the desert a little bit,
Got me out of the desert. I met some people that I still talk to today that, help each other out. Some great people.
You know what I've learned throughout my skateboarding experiences, that like sponsors come and go, but you meet friends, you travel, and then you get to have those special memories, and that's what matters about that the most,
Yeah.
I mean, everybody wants to travel, and the fact that I got to do it in my lifetime through skateboarding, like, dude, if I told 15-year-old me, 16-year-old me that this is how it would be, like, bro, I'm on a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, it happens.
In the blood, in the flesh.
Yeah.
That's right.
Or, like, even to relate to that, it's like, I thought the same way, too, like, because I look like how we're in the skate industry and, like, the people we know and the people we hang out with, and I'm like, damn, if I would have told anything like you, 15-year-old me, that I'd be friends with, like, these pro skaters or dudes who are turning pro, I'm like, I would have never believed it, because I was just watching skate videos, think they were like Hollywood movie stars.
Yeah.
They're impossible to meet,
And it's crazy because you go to LA, if you skate maybe on a Saturday in LA, you just skate around, bro. You will find one pro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You will find one pro, and
they're out there working.
And it's weird because it's like you look at these people like as if they're a rapper, or like, as a skateboarder, people look at them like that.
Right.
And then
everybody else in the world are just like, this guy's in the way, or you know what I mean? Like,
you cross paths with him, and it's like, oh shoot, like it's almost weird.
It's not like a regular athlete where you can look up to like a Kobe Bryant, but you're not gonna run into Kobe Bryant at a street court playing ball just randomly.
Oh no!
Where like now you see these dudes who are pro, and they're like, oh, this dude's from Australia, but he's right here in front of me in LA, or he's from Japan or whatever country, and you see him killing it on skateboards, and you're like, damn, I'm really right here next to him just skating, and it's like normal. Like he's treating us normal, we're treating him normal. He's just another person.
You guys ever been to SLS?
Yeah,
that is a weird feeling.
Yeah, it is. When you just run into so many pros in that one spot.
You walk in, and then, like, it's almost kind of like a hallway-ish, but you walk in, and then, like, you get exposed to the course, and then you see, like, literally the best skateboarders in one room.
Yeah.
And then it hits you. It's like, bro, this is crazy.
Yeah, I went to a few do tours, and there's a section where they all have to go in, athletes only, whatever, but I would stand there, and they would all come in and out, and I got my boards ready for them to sign, whoever comes out. Like, it was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, at the time they seemed larger than life, and then next thing you know, I find a way to get a pass to go back there, and I got a wristband that says athlete. I'm just walking around. They're like, "You're an athlete?" I'm like, "Yeah."
Dude, you know what's a trip? What you said about Street League? Dew Tour and all the X Games and Tampa, they're nothing compared to Street League, because Street League is like the World Cup of skateboarding, you know?
Right.
It's
It's like the
everybody
Super Bowl,
there.
yo.
Yeah.
You know?
I could
That's
imagine the
insane.
energy in the building. Yeah, I haven't been to one of those.
The last one that I went to was one in L.A., and it was the one that Raisa won for her
Okay.
first time.
Yeah.
Dude, I have never been in a place where it was just a burst of energy like that.
Wow.
It echoed in there, dude. It was.
It's a different feeling compared to going to like I said, a normal sporting event. Like at a normal sporting event, you sit there and there's moments of just silence, like non-stop for hours and all that. But at SLS, like you said, someone can just land one thing. It could be anyone, and they just land something nuts, and the whole stadium loses it. And it's going like that for the whole time.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I like about skateboarding, bro, is the hype. The hype is just.
It's
Even
real.
if it's not you doing the trick, bro, you see something cool, and if there's a lot of people there, dude, the energy's unreal.
And I think it's us being connected as skateboarders, and us knowing how hard it is to do that trick, compared to like when most people go see a baseball game and they don't know how hard that pitch the pitcher threw was, or how hard the hit he threw on that crazy pitch is. You're just like, okay, it's a pitch. But being a skateboarder, you see someone do kickflip back tail down a humble, you're like, damn. And everyone gets hyped because if you're a skateboarder, you know how hard it is to kickflip back tail a hubba.
Right.
That, and then you see somebody do it switch, and then you're like, oh my gosh, like
Right.
normal pedestrians, like, oh, that was cool.
And then
Yeah.
to see it in person is way different than being, just watching it on your YouTube or whatever. But
Or like even you've never seen someone do kick switch flip back tail in person. Now you're
Right.
like, damn, looks nuts in person.
Mm-hmm.
And then the obstacles compared to TV and in person are way bigger.
Oh, yeah.
TV doesn't do it justice half the time.
If you look at the clip and then you see the spot, you go to the spot, you're like, oh my gosh, the spot is crazy.
mm-hmm.
And then to actually, like, some people get lucky, they go to a spot and they find a pro skating that spot.
Yeah.
So they get that front view of, like, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then like just watching them in person, you're like the height of their tricks. You're just like, dude, this guy, what? That no wonder he's a pro.
It's
You know
mesmerizing.
you know what I mean? You're like, it makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I just took a couple of our squad that we filmed with to this John Dixon rail, this really big one.
Mhm.
And my homie was looking at it and he's like, dude, he really did this? Because the other side is just like almost a 3-story drop.
Mm.
And then this side's the stairs. And he's like, I just want to see the bails. I just want
Yeah.
to see how he got out of this if he bailed.
What school is that?
Wilson?
Wilson, right?
It's the one where he does that big, I think he does nose blunt on
Uh-huh.
that big rail with the drop on the side.
And it has like a little stage down at the bottom. kinda
Yeah.
like, yeah. I
That
remember
one.
that. Wasn't he there one day that we went to go skate there, and he was like, somebody was checking out that spot, and I even made a comment like, "Oh, you got that?" And he just kind of looked at me like, dude, you know who I am.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I was just when you go look at these spots in person, it's just a whole other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A lot of times the spot, like the floor, oh my gosh.
Oh,
Crunchy. And then it makes you think, like, bro, how did they do this?
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, that's amazing.
Well, when we skated the 3-block too, I took the homie there and he's like, dude, I didn't know the floor was cheese grater floor.
Oh, like the landing?
Yeah, like where you land, it's all like that, like
You can.
that prickly cement. So if you land, it just starts eating away at your skin. You're like,
Yeah.
it gets to the point where you're like, I don't even want to bail anymore.
It's just from all the years of like wear and tear from people's like axles and stuff hitting the ground, and dude, it's crazy what a skateboard can actually do to a spot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, dude.
Like you go to even certain skate parks too, where people are jumping off drops. You see the ground, like you said, cheese grater looking.
Seen this one kid trying to double flip up a Euro, and the floor was all bad. And he kept primo, and I was like, damn, this kid was probably the reason why all of this is like this.
Well, that's one of the reasons, man. Yeah.
I went to this spot one time and security dog kicking us out, and she showed us the stairs. You guys see all the stairs chipped? That's because of you guys. You skateboarding,
You're
damaging the property.
You're
I'm
like, no,
hey,
I
it's gonna
made
get
it.
remodeled. Nah. But yeah, nothing. The stairs were pretty chipped bad though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're like, well, that wasn't me, lady. I don't bail.
If I do bail, I run.
Yeah. All right. Are you goofy or are you regular?
Yes.
Both?
Yes.
All right.
I'm regular.
Regular?
I started skating goofy, but it was Mongo. I was pushing Mongo.
Okay.
Right.
So then I started skating regular, and then I was only like a year or two into skating though. But I do skate regular.
Did somebody have to correct your push, or did you do it on your own?
The homie that actually got me into skating was the one that told me like, "Yo, why are you pushing like that?" I'm like, I don't know.
Sometimes it feels comfortable that way, you know.
At one point, I was just like thinking to myself, dude, I should just push like this, you know, and just be that guy.
I was that guy, and then I was like, I was watching old footage of how it looks on camera. I'm like, I gotta change.
Yeah, I changed real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the advantage of Mongo is though, if you start skating switch, you just come in so comfortable because you're so used to pushing.
Yeah, and that's one thing is pushing switch and riding switch it's pretty comfortable for me.
Yeah, same here.
I have that foundation.
I don't have the transition switch, but I can roll down the street or get to a no slide or whatnot, whatever I need to get to. But yeah, but going down hills, like this guy can go down backwards on some stuff where I'm like, you're out of your mind. Because he's literally like, looks like he's on fakie. He doesn't even really look like he's, going switch because you're going for that switch crook.
The switch crook on the quarters?
Yeah.
There's a little hill right here, right?
Yeah, there's a little hill.
Dude, if I got a little board, all right? It's probably about this big.
Okay.
And it looks like a guitar pick. You know? Think of like a penny board, but a guitar pick.
Yeah.
Right? I gotta let you guys ride that thing.
Okay.
I'm down.
Someone's gotta bomb the hill.
Oh, wow. We'll let you see. We'll see somebody do it.
Well, let Peralta do it.
We'll flip a coin.
All right. Did you have a favorite skater or video or team growing up?
Currently right now, I do like some of the guys on Primitive. I like Dylan Jabe. Is that his name?
Dylan Jab?
Jab.
Jab
I don't know how to pronounce the last name, but him. I do like Shane O'Neill. That last part that he came out with.
April. Well, he's on April.
Yeah. He owns April.
Yeah. Owns April.
That I like Raisa Liao.
Mm-hmm.
I like that she's on April. I'm glad that Shane took her because
she
deserved it, bro.
Yeah.
And it does. Yeah, she fits on that team very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Always been a fan of Nyjah, P-Rod. How can you not? Some of the guys that get bucked too, like is it Sibo Walker?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah.
See, some of those guys, yeah, them too. I don't really pay attention too much to like the scene and the pros, just because I don't really look up to people like that anymore. I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
But Dylan Jeeb
is killing it.
I like the style.
Okay.
Dude, he was killing it yesterday at the Covina Park for the Primitive Pawn Shop event.
Mm-hmm.
Killing it, bro. He's such a humble dude too. So kind, so nice.
Yeah.
I got invited to that event too, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah, the Primitive signing over there at Pawn Shop.
Did you guys go?
Yeah, I was there.
He went.
I showed up late, but I got to see him skate.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I ended up going to the OC ramps thing. That was cool.
The Durham brothers turning pro.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
And all right, that's cool, man, dude. I mean, who Dylan Jabe? I mean, he's killing it. So he's got style, and the way you skate too. I mean, I've seen some of your Instagram. I mean, I don't know if you guys seen it. Did you check it out, dude? That one I sent them is like a late flip or something. What did you do up that Euro?
The one at my local.
I believe. What's your local skate park?
It's in Victorville, California, but it's called Doris Davies.
Okay,
Is
that's the
that
second time I heard that name.
Is that the one that Herman built? There's a park that Herman built, right?
It's built by I don't know actually.
I don't know.
I know that pharmacy had a big say so in that project.
Mm.
Yeah, because the one I know that Herman built, it's like a blue one, and it has like these. I think it has planter ledges. I know this dude named his Instagram's Hey Guy.
Josh.
He skates out there a lot. I met him. I met him out here at La Habra.
I think his local is my local.
Okay.
I think so.
Doris.
Yeah.
That's cool. I believe we had somebody else here on the show that said something about Doris. I believe.
It's a weirdly built park.
Really?
People will look at it and be like, dude, that's a sick park. But the locals, I get a lot that people say it's AI generated.
Okay.
I've never heard that.
It makes sense because it's like, okay, you got a stair set, right? And then you have a rail at the landing of the stair set.
Huh.
Why would you do that? You
Yeah.
know? The
Like
mani
a-
pad,
Rail going to another stair set, or like
just a flat bar.
just a flat bar in,
So
in
you
the,
got
in
you
the
got
way?
yeah, you got the stair set, and then maybe like 10, 13 feet out, you have the flat bar. I mean, it's a 6 set, so you kind of have to push, and you can't. It's almost impossible to hit the rail like that. And then the mani pad that sits next to it, you have to go down a bank before you skate it, right? By the time you get to the bottom of the bank, you're going so fast that even if you tried to kickflip mani, it'd be a challenge.
Oh damn.
So like certain aspects like that with that park is a little on the weird side, but still cool to skate if you haven't skated it. You know, something new. If you're gonna
different.
skate, if you're gonna skate the obstacles, skate them like one at a time.
Okay, I know what you're talking about because I feel like that about Covina Skate Park.
Yeah.
Like it's not one of those parks where the park has flow where you're gonna bounce off one obstacle and then it's gonna shoot you to the next one, but it's perfectly spaced out
Yeah.
to where you can set up for each one.
Mm-hmm. Like let's see, like El Sereno for example.
Yeah.
El Sereno's got some sort of a back and forth flow.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's not the type of park where you kind of just only hit one obstacle and then have to, you know, essentially skate around for 6, 7, 8 seconds.
Yeah.
There's nothing that you could, you know.
Consistent.
It's like you can't practice runs there pretty much.
Yeah. See, like
Mhm.
El Sereno's kind of built where you can go back and forth.
Yeah. It has like an SLS setup almost.
Yeah, my skate park is just weird. There's like no flow to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean by that.
Does it have lights at night?
Yeah, it's got
Yeah,
lights.
It's got lights.
It's got lights. They're on till 10. They were there last night
Okay.
getting their session in.
Dope. Do you remember the trick you did at the Euro though?
Oh, I think the one you're talking about is big spin late flip.
Big spin leg
Damn.
flip.
That one's a fun one.
Ooh.
This
That was
is
cool.
just hard in general.
Or nollie big spin late flip. I'm sorry.
Even harder.
To me, honestly, can you form fakey big spins of any sort?
Yeah, a little bit.
So you know that like it's less of a pop and more of like a throw motion.
Fling. Mm-hmm.
I think that's what makes it so easy when it comes to doing that trick.
Right.
Is just the nollie big spin. When you do it on the nose of the board, it's
You
a
need
little
some
easier
pop.
to get the turn. You know, the rotation.
Yeah, I think that's one of the only big spins I have besides switch front big.
That's a good one.
And the only reason I can do that is because I learned switch front pops. And I was like, okay, just 180 and switch front pop.
Yeah, that's a good one. You either have that one or you don't.
Mm.
It's a good one to have.
Yeah, it's a fun one. It's one I'm trying to get back right now because I kind of fell off for a bit.
What's your favorite trick?
I would have to say like a nice hard flip.
Mm.
A nice hard flip would always be fun for me.
Nice hard flip.
Listo, what's yours?
What's my favorite trick? I don't have one, bro. Anything I could land is my favorite trick.
What trick do you like doing the most?
I do disco flips and kick flips, but right now I've been doing a lot of everything, you know?
A lot of
But
everything. Keeping
I
it
don't
fresh.
know. Kids ask me what's my favorite trick, and I just tell them anything I could land, man. I don't really like picking any favorite tricks no more, you know? But back then it was disco flip.
We're gonna teach you how to late flip today.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let's do it.
What's
I
your
do nollie
favorite?
late flips.
My favorite trick?
Yeah.
Dude, I would have to go with just a regular late flip, back foot late flip.
That's dope. It's dope one to have. They
Yeah.
look cool too.
I think the only other person that I ever known that could do any late flips is the homie
Brooks.
Victor Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's the only person. And then now I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, they're fun. And it's weird because back in the day, maybe like, I say back in the day, More so 3 years after I started skateboarding, Chris Chan was really big on YouTube, and he came out with this one edit, and this fool was just doing like, this fool did like 200 tricks back to back, right?
Damn.
And he was doing late flips in there, and I seen another video right after that one, and he was talking about how to actually do it. Dude, it took me like 7 minutes. I was like, bro, this is a lot easier than people say it is. And I think at that point it's because, you know, when you get so far into something, say like I'm losing my train of thought here.
Late flips.
Weed ring.
It's, I don't know, it's easier than people think, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, have you heard of my bad guys? Have you heard of Carlos Lastro?
Mm-hmm.
You know how he was late flips down 11 stairs, switch late flips. Dude,
That
guy's
too.
killer.
That was around the same time. You know, Chris Chan was really popping on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
He's another one. I used to see him do late flips out of manuals, off of docks and stuff like that. And honestly, it wasn't too different. Like actually trying those types of tricks, they weren't too different doing them out of manuals. The pop is just quicker. It's pretty much the only difference.
And I was gonna say too, in a game of skate, that's a good trick to have too, because you know you make a lot of people mad with tricks like that.
Well, that's like your ender, no?
Dude, as soon as the varial comes out, I'm like, all right, you better hope that you don't mess up again, because
I'm gonna get you with something.
I got something for you.
Yeah.
All right. What about your favorite obstacles to skate?
I like hips.
Hips.
Pyramids, yep.
Okay.
I like those, and I like mani pads, grindable ledges, you know, mellow stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like jumping down shit no more.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
It does take a toll on your body.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. So you like manis and stuff like that? Flip tricks in the manis?
Flip tricks, yeah. I like being really technical.
That's cool.
I used to like jumping down stuff, but I mean, you can only do it so much. Like, I got back problems now, and I'm not even that old, so.
Yeah, just stay mellow, man.
I try and keep it mellow.
Okay. All right. A dream spot to skate.
Dream spot?
Yeah.
Like in the country or out of the country.
Maybe in outer space.
Mars.
Dude, I actually haven't thought about that one. I see so many spots.
As
Well,
skaters,
well,
we're
we-
always looking out the window.
Oh, dude, you should ask Cody on the way over here. I spotted out like 2 or 3 spots. One down the street, I was like, bro, there's like a small rail right there, and it's like 30 feet long.
Okay.
Is it the one?
Wonder which one that is.
It's like a mile down the road.
I'm trying to think too.
Is it a handrail?
It's just a,
Coming out of
There's-
highway?
There's grass, right? And it goes into the sidewalk, but there's grass around it, and it's a walkway going toward the street.
I know what you're talking about.
And it's in the parking lot. I was looking at it, and I was telling him, dude, all you got to do is ollie over the curb. You know, the rail is it sticks up a couple inches, but if you could sit in it, bro, you got that.
Just like our skaters, man. Looking at everything.
Yeah.
So you never thought about going to Barcelona or anything like that?
Dude, I won't fly.
Oh, you won't fly?
I won't. So I'm scared of heights. I won't fly, and I probably will not take a boat over there. And we were talking about this earlier too. Going to Taiwan, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, not Taiwan. Thailand. Yeah.
Thailand?
I was like, dude, I want to go to Thailand. I was like, but I don't know how I'd get there. I'd have to be asleep, under heavy sleep, if I got on a plane or.
It gives you anxiety, huh, to get on a plane? Have you been on one before? No, never? You're just like, I don't know how they get up in the air.
I used to be like that until one time I was forced to get on a plane for work.
Excuse me.
But I mean, it was a short
Bless
flight.
you.
It was a short flight up to Sacramento, so it was like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there grabbing onto the seats and nervous and everything.
I don't know what it would take for me to get on a plane. Definitely not for no job. I'll tell them they got to send somebody else. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, let me just give you some advice. Do not watch Final Destination, the first one.
Yeah.
I'll
Gotta do it.
take that advice seriously.
Yeah, that's not a fun movie to watch. especially if you're afraid of flying and you have to get on a plane.
And then the thing with the boats, like I was like, okay, I think I could go on a cruise. And then I really thought to myself, I was in Escondido 2 days ago, and I looked to my right, and I was like, oh shoot, the ocean's big as hell. And then I realized I don't think I would go on a cruise. I don't think I can handle that.
Shoot, when all those people get sick too on the boat, like the whole boat, you know, like
Just gets quarantined.
yeah, dude, you know, because they had some bad food on the boat or something. You're like, nah, I'm not about that. Yeah, but I wouldn't mind going just to experience it. But the problem is a lot of the good ones are like from Florida, so you would have to fly yourself to Florida, and then take that little $300 cruise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's cheap to get the cruise. It's just you have to get yourself there.
Dude, I had a dream not too long ago where I think I flew to Saudi Arabia, right?
With your skateboard?
Yeah. And actually, like, dude, actually getting on the plane, I remember in the dream, I was like, I can't believe I'm really doing this, blah, blah, blah. I actually tried to get off the plane before the plane took off. And then fast forward a little bit, I get to wherever I was going. I don't even remember.
Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia. Probably Dubai, something like that.
That's nicer.
Yeah, I get there, and then it hits me like, dude, I got to take the plane back. It's like, bro, I ain't leaving.
Yo, I'm staying in Saudi Arabia.
I ain't leaving, bro.
All right.
I'll probably do the same thing in real life, too.
Right, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get back home.
I wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. All right, so no planes. So anything else in the country here that you would want to skate? You know, like you've been in San Francisco, you said, right?
Yeah, I've been there once. It was pretty cool. I don't believe that I went with the right people. And I say that as far as like they didn't know any spots. They didn't, you know, so our time there was mostly skate parks and stuff like that.
Well, I went to San Fran not too long ago, and I went by myself. Even exploring the city, like trying to find like street spots isn't that easy out there.
You'd have to know the locals.
Yeah.
I feel like you need someone to show you around and give you a tour, and that'll be way easier. Make the trip way more productive.
Yeah.
And same thing with LA too. Like if you skate with somebody that's been in LA for the majority of 10 years, bro, they'll take you to some spots. Some spots that you wouldn't even know that were there.
Right. Hey, we're still finding spots like
That's
that
what I'm
we didn't know,
saying.
like Cal Poly right here, Cal Poly Pomona. Dude, there's spots there that we didn't even know that were there, and we've been skating that school for years. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even the one that we like to go to is the University of Riverside. In this hallway, we used to skate, but for whatever reason, something told me to go 20 feet further down the hallway. Dude, at the end of that hallway, there was a perfect mani pad. Perfect light right on top of the mani pad. I was like, this is crazy.
Great for filming, huh?
Great for filming, and it was the type of spot that nobody cared if you skated. Because it was toward, like, the offices, and they're not there at night, you know?
Right.
We went at, like, 1 a.m.
Wow.
But those type of nights... Definitely a vibe.
Yeah.
Right.
Especially when everyone starts just having fun and busting. It doesn't even turn into a session. It turns into like a moment.
Yeah, like a demo, bro.
Yeah.
That's
you
cool.
feel the adrenaline. Everybody's busting tricks out, dude. It's like a demo. That's thrilling for sure.
What's up.
That's the best feeling about skating with your buds.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know you guys are out at 2 a.m. You guys are just taking care of business, stacking clips.
Yeah.
Go home, knock out, wake up the next day, and continue.
Whenever Cody and his homies come to the park, because I won't go to his local in Barstow, bro, it's pretty bad. At least I think, you know, I don't like that park. But when they come to my local, dude, everybody's throwing down. They start getting bugged, and it's a good time.
That's fun, man. That's fun.
Shout out.
Where's your local skate shop out there?
My local skate shop is Pharmacy.
Pharmacy? Victorville?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't shop at Pharmacy. I used to have a skate shop sponsor down in Rialto. And I no longer skate for them. We just parted ways about a month ago.
Is that Rise Above?
The other one
Which one's the other one?
is down the street from Rise Above.
I forget the name. I know Rise Above in Rialto, though.
Yeah.
I don't recall the other one.
You know Ray? The owner of Rise Above?
Yeah, I met him like once or twice. Yeah.
Ray, if you're watching this, I miss you, bro.
Shout out Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
Yeah. All right, but now you're with pharmacy, or you're just you're just a local.
That's just like the closest one where
That's just the closest one.
It's honestly the only one, dude. The nearest skate shop other than pharmacies in somewhere in San Bernardino.
Okay.
The pharmacy pretty much runs the high desert.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I used to have homies used to come out from out there and they would hook us up.
Yeah, that's the only shop that's out there.
Okay. Who are your sponsors right now?
I skate for DKL Skateboarding. They're a grip tape sponsor. And then I skate for Distant Hand. And then that's a clothing sponsor. And then I skate for Rad Rip Skateboards.
Rad Rip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Chris Wood as well.
Yeah, Chris Wood. Shout out to
Yeah,
Chris.
he was part of that team.
I went to meet up with Chris the last time I was down here, and I was filming with Distant Hand.
Okay.
We went to this one park. I don't remember what the city was, but I seen the stair set, and I don't know. The young part of me was like, bro, you should ollie that in all stances. I think it was like a 12 stair. I was like, all right, I'll try it. You know when you go to do something and you're like confident in it?
Yeah.
Bro, the first pop, the ground was like wavy, and I got a bad pop straight to my feet, and I have sensitive feet, which is why I don't skate down things a lot. Dude, that's all it took. One ollie.
Dunzo?
That's all it took, yep.
Oh, no.
Bruised heels instantly.
Oh,
Yeah. Have you ever tried FPs?
I have not, actually.
Oh. You may want to invest in some of those, right?
yeah.
I have to be honest.
I have a pair in every single one of my shoes and my work boots.
Yeah.
They work.
Yeah, I can jump down. I can land primo, and my feet won't. I haven't had any heel bruise in years.
Which is the ones you recommend, though? Like,
Depends on your feet. Like if you have like high arches, I would say the orthotics because they keep your arches from flattening out when you take impact.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have like flat feet, you can get like the flat ones and all that.
do they have different, like, oh, this one's got this much technology and there's a lesser one? Or
Yeah, they have like thinner profile ones and they have thicker profile ones.
Yeah.
You just kind of gotta look into what like works for your feet.
They have them now where I've been seeing the ads where the FPs, they cut them in half and then they got the liquid.
The X fluid.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the X fluid.
Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot.
Yeah, those ones like they're the newest ones that just came out. I haven't tried them yet.
I'm guessing the more pricier you go, the better they're going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just like with everything.
Right. So, yeah.
Yeah, they work, man. Like I can skate all day, I can go work because I work construction, so I can go work all day and get out, still feel good, and go skate.
You got boots on all day?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I have my boots have a heel on them, so I'm like kind of like slanted with my foot like that all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's everybody's trick that they're scared of?
Scared of a trick?
Yeah.
Like, whew, I don't know.
Some people will say like heel flip because they miss the flick and it goes up,
Mine's nollie heels.
Nollie heel?
Yeah, because it does the same thing backwards.
Yeah.
I would have to say nollie we're here or nollie heel, same thing. Because you know how you're just popping it up and it goes like some kind of way.
The inward, the nollie inward goes right up.
Right.
I'd be scared of that one too.
What about you? What's your scary trick?
That's actually, I wasn't prepared for this.
You asked the question.
I know, I wasn't.
We got you with your own
I was
question.
thinking of you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are scared of just popsicle, right? Is that is that the fear right there?
Well, there's certain tricks that not just popsicle, but shinners.
Okay.
One that I don't do often is probably pressure hard flip. And with that one, if you don't get the right amount of pressure, it won't flip right.
Right.
And that's a scary thing because that's the trick where you got to fully commit. You have to bring your legs up and kind of just board flips under you.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go to do it, and then I'm like, nah, I don't want to try. I don't want to,
All right. What's your board setup?
I got the Rad Rip skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 825. I got the DKL grip tape, Allen hardware, Spitfire, Formula 4 Spitfires. Those are 99s. And then I have Ace trucks, and I'm not sure what the size is. And then regular bones bearings.
Okay.
Have you guys tried the ceramics?
I haven't gotten to spend that kind of money yet, but I want to. But I mean, is it really worth it? Mine been lasting me. The regular ones last me a while. I haven't replaced them yet.
I read the Swisses.
The Swisses?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I bought the whole clean your bearing kit.
Mm-hmm.
So, because with those, if you just constantly keep up with the masons, clean them, they last you forever.
Is that the one in the bottle?
Yeah. I bought that, and then I just bought a bunch of rubbing alcohol, throw it in there, throw the speed cream once they dry out. Like, I just cleaned them the other day, and my bearings were like brand new.
Okay.
So I'm like,
Yeah,
cool.
see, being in the desert, they get dirty quick.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people in the city, like LA or, down here, they take their bearing caps off.
Yeah, I take the shields off.
Yeah, see, we can't do that where we live because
Gotta get off
All
all
that
the dirt
dust
and
and
rocks
everything.
and stuff.
dirt, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's Bronson Rawls. They don't use any oil at all. They
Really?
Yeah, they're just dry. Like that's how Jamie Foy runs his. He just puts Windex in his, and he dries them out. So I don't know. He's from Florida, so I don't know if that helps too.
Shoot.
And then without the oil, you don't have that stickiness where the dirt can get clogged up in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that'll help you guys out there.
Well, another thing, too, I know that some people don't understand the difference between lubricants. Like, a lot of people like to use WD-40,
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
big
which
mistake.
is a water-based lubricant. So, yeah, you're going to lube your bearings up for a bit, but it'll also rust you out because it's water-based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I normally just use the WD-40 to clean out the grease
Yeah.
and then put the grease back in.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that is a big thing. The people who don't skate
Yeah, right away
see
to
that a lot.
they go straight to WD-40, and then you're just like,
It's a quick fix, but it's not in the long run. It's the worst thing you could do.
yeah.
I had
Yeah.
some kid come up to me and he was like, "Oh yeah, look at my bearings," and I was like, "Oh yeah, they run good." He was like, "Yeah, I just put WD-40 in them."
You're like, yep.
Dang it!
Yeah.
And the thing I hate about WD-42 is when you spray it in, after you ride around, all the gunk is all over your wheels because you have like that runoff from just
Mhm.
centrifugal force pushing it out.
That and
yeah.
it can get slippery.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like
They get
having
on your
wax-
wheels.
It's like having permanent wax on your wheels.
One dude came with WD-40 and was spraying his wheel. Right, they used the spray rather than like the nozzle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Got it all over the floor, bro.
Yep.
And my local is already slippery.
It's already
got
slick.
it's got pine trees and all that stuff right near it, and dude, it was taking everybody out one day.
Wow. Yeah. You can't have a little oil slick there, man.
Yeah.
All right. Are you working on any projects right now?
I was working on a part earlier this year. I want to say
Mhm.
could have been last year. I don't know, but dude, it's hard to find people that film. It's putting together a video part is probably one of the hardest things you can do in skateboarding.
Mm.
It's harder. It's honestly harder than doing the tricks itself because it's like you got to find somebody who's available on the day you want to go skate.
Right.
You got to find somebody with camera experience that knows how to film. And even if you got that, it's like, okay, I could land the trick, but if the cameraman just messed up this much,
Mm.
sometimes, bro, you don't even land the trick again.
Mm. Yeah.
And sorry, go ahead.
I was. It's like that. You worked for it so hard, and he's like, "Can you do it one more time?" And you're just like, you hit everything. I just took a bunch of slams.
That one gets me too.
I don't feel like jumping down this again, or I'm burnt out already. And it's just so many factors that go into it after you think when you hear a cameraman say that.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes the battery dies, phone overheats. Sometimes the wind come in.
Oh,
They cut your board off when you land it. You're like, uh-oh.
Yeah. And dude, for some reason, my friends just love doing that to me.
Yeah. All right. But do you have any clips right now that you have kind of maybe if they can go somewhere, or do you post everything?
For the most part, I post everything. If I feel like it's not worthy enough to post on the feed, I'll just post it to the story.
To the stories?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Because we're always wondering if anybody's working on any projects, we always want to help promote it once they drop, like share it out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's nice of you guys.
Yeah. We try. You know, do you listen to music while you're skating?
I do, and I have to. That's a must.
Okay.
I listen to, I like Pierre Bourne, Juice World, music like that.
Okay, so you're rocking the earbuds and stuff like that when you're skating.
I have to.
Does that help? That helps you get in the zone.
Yeah, it's weird because I watch competitions and stuff like that, like SLS and some of those, and I see the guys that got their earbuds in. Bro, it's a vibe when you got your earbuds in and you're just killing the park.
Yeah.
You're literally having fun, you know?
Yeah.
Right. You kind of tuning everybody else out, and then you're just in your zone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I see, like Nija, man, when he skates, it's just he's a perfectionist too. So it's like he just flows through the park.
Yeah, and
So
that's
my bad, dude. So you always have your headphones no matter what?
yeah.
You always have them on?
I have to, bro.
Yeah.
It's almost boring if I don't, to be honest. Like, yeah, I like to hear the board pop and do all the tricks, but if you're alone and you don't got your friends there, it could get boring.
Yeah,
You
I
know?
can see that. Do you have them both in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I rock one just so I can hear. Like if it's crowded, I need to know what's going on. Like if someone's telling me to get the hell out of the way, or
Yeah.
anything. You know.
I'm pretty aware when it comes to like looking around, like going up a ramp, and if I know I'm gonna come back down, I'll look over my shoulder, make sure that nobody's coming in the same direction.
Right.
But it's like, honestly, if you're skating with people, or people are at the skate park that have been skating for probably more than 5 years, they know the etiquette.
Right.
You know, so you could look at somebody and be like, okay, they're doing this line, so if I'm,
Right. You time out your chance, or yeah.
yeah, you got to time it out, and it just works best like
Yeah,
that. in the
because
skate park.
to look across the skate park because this guy's over there, but he's coming this way, and you're both going this way.
Mm-hmm.
Most kids, if they don't know better, they're looking straight ahead.
Yeah, that and like when the kids, when they're on top of the coping ready to drop in, a lot of times they just sit there, and I got to tell the kids, like, yo, at a skate park, try not to do that unless you're ready to drop in.
Right.
And that's like coming from the contest side of me, because skating contest, that's like a big thing. You don't want to sit on the coping if people are skating, the course. It's like an unwritten rule.
Yeah,
Right.
because you never know. Maybe you bounce that way. You need to throw a quick slash because you swerved off a little from your run, or
Someone could be doing a board slide to fakie, and if you're on the thing like that, it's gonna take you both out.
yeah.
And
I seen that one time, bro. Like exactly what you're saying. I was just we went to that San Pedro. What was that?
Not T Street, Channel Street.
Channel Street, and then we're just hanging out, and there's this dude. What's his name? Yoda Bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yoda Bomb. That's what it's called. His name is Yoda. But dude, he was skating, and I was just watching right there. Luckily, I was paying attention. But dude, the board just flies out. Boom! That thing would have knocked me and the homie out.
It's the one when it flew out and it went over you guys and into the train tracks, right?
Yeah, dude, that would have killed us.
man,
Yeah, you always gotta pay attention.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
I
that's-
mean, the coping there is so small. Like where you're like if you have a crowd up there, there's how big your standing area is, and then like people are like on their tippy toes while like dudes are just slashing through it, like or like doing board sides. Like people are like pushing back on their tippy toes just not to get hit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy ones, man.
it's amazing, dude. But you do a lot of contest skating?
Not anymore.
You were
to
in
be
the
honest.
contest? You
Yeah, I
were?
used to do the castle contests.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about those?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
Castles.
used- the board sponsor before IF Skate Co. was called Intrusive Skateboards, and they were the ones getting me into those contests.
Okay.
That's how I met, or that's how the owner of IF Skateboards found out who I was. Back in that day, we competed at the California training facility.
San Diego?
Yeah, San Diego. Vista or San Diego?
I think it's Vista.
Vista,
Yeah. Okay.
Spent a little time over there, and then like maybe 5-6 years later on down the line, they ended up sponsoring me, which was pretty cool.
Okay. How'd you get on Rad Rip?
From what I believe his name is Lucas, the owner, he's been wanting to put me on, and he's been kind of waiting for me to go to Vegas at earlier in the year. and I just never really got the chance to go out there. And he was telling me like, yeah, I wanted to bring you on to the team, and I wanted you to come meet the team here in Vegas, blah blah blah. And he was like, yeah, I was gonna put you on the team like that, but he ended up just asking me through text like, yo, we want you to skate for us. Would you be down for that? And that's how that came apart.
That's cool. They send you boards and stuff?
Yeah, they send me boards, they send me clothing. DKL Skateboarding, the grip tape sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was 16, I vividly remember this, and I tell a lot of people, about this experience that skateboarding has given me. I used to see ads for the rubber grip tape on Instagram a lot. And I used to think to myself, like, damn, dude, it would be cool to skate for that company one day. Lo and behold, DKL, I'm skating for them now, and it's crazy.
It's rubber? You said rubber grip tape?
Yeah. So if you think of ping pong paddles,
right?
Think of ping pong paddles with slits in them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what you rock right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've
That's
seen it. It's supposed to be like the grip tape so it doesn't rip your shoe.
Right.
Yeah. I've been skating my current pair for 2 years. Current pair of shoes.
Damn.
For 2 years. And the bottom, it's worn out, but it's only worn out because of the heel drag from stopping.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually brought you a sheet.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
left it in the car.
All right. I'd love to try that out, man.
Yeah, I used to see the ads for them too, and then I started seeing this one dude at my local skating, and I'm like, oh shit, I guess it really does work.
Yeah, I mean, like, it really kind of teaches you how to flick properly. Regular grip tape kind of grips your foot with that gritty feel.
Yeah.
This grip tape is like flicking through hot butter, like a knife through hot butter. It's a lot smoother, and it grips pretty decent. It grips better than you would think it would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where I live, it's pretty dusty, dirty outside.
That's what I was gonna ask you. How does like the dust stick to? You know how regular grip tape it sticks on?
Yeah, so the dust, it affects it like kind of a lot. Me personally, I'm a lazy person. I don't even bother cleaning it anymore. So I kind of just got used to the amount of grippiness that it's got.
Yeah.
Okay.
But dude, I like it, and I will never go
You can
back.
use one of those little erasers to clean it, though, like how you would use
The
grip.
grip
Yeah.
grip gum.
You
Okay.
can use grip gum, or you can use straight up water, bro.
Okay.
I go to the park and wash my board off sometimes, and people are
like,
looking at me
"What
like,
are you
"Bro,
doing?"
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And what shoes are you rocking?
For skating?
Yeah, for skating.
I use the Nike Vision Court Low, I think they're called.
Okay.
Someone's gotta fact check me on that. I'm pretty sure it's the Vision Court Lows.
Okay.
They're a mix between. Have you guys seen the Force 58 premiums, the SBs?
I'm not really into Nikes.
They look more like a Dunk. So it's like a Dunk and an Air Force had a baby.
Oh,
Okay.
dang.
It's a more of a narrow shoe, kind of like the Air Force.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every time I step out of the house,
It's
people.
the first time
point
I
out.
heard about that shoe, though.
Yeah,
I may have seen them, but I don't know the name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you guys. I got a pair in the car.
All right. What about hobbies off the skateboard? What are you doing off the board?
I do a lot of camera stuff. I like photography. I do photography for small businesses, like clothing businesses, skateboarding businesses. Anything that needs pictures done for like a website, or even if it's just Instagram, like promoting a board, to the feed. There's certain types of pictures that these brands want, and
You got the whole setup for it and everything?
yeah, I gotta put a lot of money into that type of stuff. Like,
bet.
I see what you guys have going on here. I walked in here, I was like, dude, I'm intrigued now. I seen the cameras, the tripods, the lights. I was like, dude, I like this setup.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It like I said, it doesn't happen overnight. We little by little, we pieced it all together.
Yeah, but
And,
the fact that you guys got what you guys got going on,
Hey, thank you. Appreciate that.
I like that.
Yeah. Anything else off the board?
Yeah, I mean, I have a 4x4 grow tent in my room.
Oh, that's
You
right.
can imagine what that's for.
Cannabis.
Spent a lot of money on that. I'm probably a little past the 2,000 mark.
Oh dang.
Ooh.
I got some money put into that thing, and then
Do you have a strain growing right now?
I actually just harvest.
Okay.
So everything is curing at the moment. I mean, I
Nice.
brought some buds, but they're not cured yet.
It's all good.
So
all
I
good.
mean,
I'll find a jar. Nah.
I got them in the bags that cure.
Oh,
for you.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
See, technology is. I'm not up to date with it, but that's cool.
yeah, it's
Wish I would have known about those. I'd still do it old school.
oh man,
Mason jars.
It's I'm telling you, it's a very the technology now is just amazing. You could
And
Load-
and all the information you can get just out of the internet. Just
YouTube University.
yeah, there you go. So in these bags, you just put it in there, close them, and let them sit, and they regulate the humidity and the temperature, and it keeps the light out. So it's like no more. I don't have to.
Can
be
I get
home.
that in a blanket?
Right?
Damn. You know what I mean? Damn.
I'm sure you can custom order something.
You
like
know
that.
what I mean? That's cool, man. Shout out to that.
Yeah, it's cool. I like the growing aspect. It's pretty therapeutic.
I was about to say that.
I never thought that I would say growing plants would be therapeutic.
The ones that you care about are.
You know, no more spending money on
That's what I'm saying. You could save some dough with those things.
spend some dough, but
You spend some dough, but in the long run, it should pay for itself. At least because you're gonna not be purchasing. You can just be growing.
yeah,
Do you grow from seed or do you get like clones?
I do grow from seed.
You grow from seed. Okay.
Yeah, I had one grow where I just had maybe 4 or 5 male plants, and they were of the strain that I wanted to keep.
Mhm.
So we put those seeds to use.
Okay.
I don't remember what the strain was, but
It was good.
yeah.
Are you more of a sativa or
Indica?
Indica.
Hybrid.
Indica all the way.
Yep.
Indica.
I mean, the reason, in my opinion, the reason we smoke is to feel it, right? You'll feel a good indica hit, you know, whether if that's from a bong, blunt, whatever you smoke. Indica just hits you harder.
I think there's this rare thing like people always say sativas are uppers and indicas are downers, but I believe that they both do the same thing. We just have this weird thing in our mind that it is this way, and it's like this weird, you know what I mean? Like if you were to break it down and look at all the, I guess how you would look at the chemicals or whatever, how it makes it, it's pretty much not that much different than an indica, but
There is
it
like,
could be a mind thing to people too, you know, like a
Yeah.
placebo type of thing. Like, oh, sativas, I could get things done,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
But,
There
I don't
is
know.
like when you're growing it toward the end of the grow, looking at the little trichomes on the plant, you can harvest a little later when the trichomes begin to start turning darker,
Yes,
and
like
that
an
gives
amber.
that gives it more of a couch lock type high.
Ooh,
So like there's little things that you can do, such
That's
as
cool.
harvesting a little later,
right.
maybe like 2 or 3, 4 weeks later,
That's what's
and it'll kind of help the effects. Like if you have an indica plant growing, you know, it'll help the effects if you're growing that indica plant.
I'm more into like what flavor am I gonna get? Because I'm a, you know, I indulge myself, and so like I'm more of like and my tolerance is pretty high, so I'm not really like I can get things done.
Mm-hmm.
In other words.
Yeah.
But so now I like oh this one has a good flavor, you know, like you get the purples and all that stuff. You could really tell that it's actually that's that flavor of what it looks like.
It's the experience too. You take
Yes.
one hit and you could say, "Oh, this tastes like this strain," or you know, it's
That's true. I was never a big fan of cookies or the Gorilla Glue for some reason. It always had that weird taste to me, you know. So I'm like, I tend to stay away from those.
I feel like a lot of the strains now, because bro, there's like so much breeding and all this stuff going on.
Crossbreeding, right?
It's so hard to find the OG strains.
That's what I miss.
You know, like
Yeah.
all of the number ones, whether that be skunk or you know whatever the strain is, it's very hard to find that OG
Somebody could
strain.
find skunk for me, the original skunk for me. Oh my gosh.
I have a capsule at home full of weed seeds, but they're like over 15 years old.
Oh, I got those too. Like I've planted some stuff.
I don't know if they're still good.
Aren't you curious?
I am. It's just I live in an apartment, so if I grow, neighbors will start complaining.
Let me have them. I'll plant them.
They have so like in my scenario, I have a carbon filter that's in the tent, and that basically filters the smell out. It's connected to a fan, an inline fan.
Okay.
So the fan blows air out of the top, and all the air from the tent gets sucked in through this filter, and then out the fan, so that it blows clean air.
Okay.
You can't smell it.
Yeah, because I've had those capsules, and I'm just like, maybe one of these days I'm gonna start smoking again. I might grow some rare strain that ain't even out there anymore.
It could happen.
I mean, like I said, they're like 15 years old.
Hey, you might have a number one of something in there.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know.
Because I was getting those before shops were even legal.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still buying off the local buddy.
Yes, sir.
Yep, the plug.
Yes, sir, man. All right. Do you guys have any questions before we get out of here?
Brother, you got questions?
You still?
Yeah, man, I got a question for you. Who would you like to see next on the show?
Ooh.
Cody's like over here saying, "You better say me, homie."
I would like to see. I have a buddy that's just like you. He's like a day one skater. You know, I think he's in his late 40s, and his name is Chris. Actually, I don't know his last name, but he's a local at my park.
Okay.
It's one of those guys that you look at a spot and you just skate it for hours.
Yeah. What's it? You know his Instagram handle?
Dude, he doesn't have Instagram.
Okay.
Damn,
I'm
he's
like,
a rare
bro.
Pokemon.
I'm like, bro, why don't you have an Instagram?
Yeah. Some people are like that. Some people are like that.
He genuinely just likes to skate, and dude, it's a pleasure watching him. I don't even like to skate while he's skating. I just like to watch.
This is one of those dudes that you're gonna enjoy watching skate all day.
Yeah, you never know what he's gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
That's cool. That's cool. Anything
Yeah,
else?
I got another question. I got a couple. Well, not a couple, but maybe 2, 3. Do you have any brothers or sisters? Siblings?
I have a half sister, and then I have a little. Well, I mean, he's not little, but I have a cousin that I live with. He's 15, I think.
Oh.
Him and I, we're into gaming. We got PCs, so
Okay.
we run up Call of Duty every single night.
Dude,
You
that's
seen
cool.
the new Call of Duty's coming out?
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
is
I'm sure he
16 or
knows.
something like that?
Black Ops 6.
Oh, 6. I'm like
That
16.
and then the Warzone one, I believe. I don't know if they're gonna make a Warzone 4. I hear Warzone 4, but I'm excited to play that. You know, not so much the new Call of Duty, but the Warzone. Yeah, I'm on that.
My buddies are trying to get me onto that right now. They just dragged me back into the whole Resident Evil series right now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it started from 2, and I'm working my way up right now. I'm on 4.
you binging it or what?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, I got 2 more questions.
Yeah.
You got any advice for people out there
In regards to what?
to like just photography or skateboarding or just life in general?
If you have a hobby, I guarantee you that there is a way to make money from it. You know, there's the hobbies that you have, there are, because let's be honest, anybody who skateboards has a 0.0001% of going pro, you know? And when you come to terms with that, you start to think, okay, well, how can I be around skateboarding and still, you know, how can I be around it and still make money? Well, if you have a camera, you can film, you can take pictures. That's what I like to do. Is I like to take pictures. Whatever it is, bro. If you like to play video games, you could start streaming. Like, there's so much in today's day that you can do to just, you know, monetize whatever it is that you like to do.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I haven't had a job since I was 18, you know?
You've just been hustling, doing your thing.
Yeah, I mean, some brands will, you know, like if you're a skateboarder, some brands will pay you to post something to Instagram. Like, they'll pay you to wear a specific sweater, you know, like anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes for video gaming. Like, if you video game and you stream and do this, well, you know, and that's kind of like with you guys. You guys have the podcast going on.
We're hoping to monetize one day. So.
Monetize, get sponsors, and like, you know, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Get the plaque.
Get the YouTube plaque. Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
Dude, it's coming.
We need subscribers for that.
It's coming.
Yeah.
We're planting the seed. We're watering it.
Oh yeah.
There you go. It don't happen overnight.
No, exactly.
At least most of the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. All right, I got one more question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I have no clue.
Or at least, what do you see yourself in doing?
Ooh,
Dude, if you
all
asked-
tough questions,
If you asked me this 5 years ago, I don't even know. Hopefully still skateboarding. Hopefully still doing what I like to do.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully not have any kids. In my
How old are
five-
you now?
20. I'm about to be 24 next month.
Okay,
The
so
young
you're still
24.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still in my
I'm
prime.
45, so I'm still on the skateboard. So.
Yeah, dude, that's... And
But
see,
I've had time off too as well. I've taken over 10 years off of the board, so
yeah, and that's
I
the
missed
thing.
out on a lot.
I don't want to skate the big stuff no more and get injured and have to be out for months at a time, let alone years. Because, dude, some people get lucky enough to do, you know, ACL. Who tore their? Was it one of you guys?
Carlton?
I have two meniscus torn.
How long did it take you to recover from that?
The first time I did it was a 1 year recovery.
That's a long time.
And then the second time I was able to get back on the board like within a month and a half.
Really?
Well, I wasn't busting, but in a month and a half I was already pushing. I was rolling off of curbs.
Okay.
I was taking it light, you know. And then, because what I didn't do the first time was I didn't do physical therapy. I was still young. I was 17. I was like, screw this. And then I got into partying and the youngster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then the second one I took serious and I came back quick. It's just I'm still struggling to this day trying to get back into like skating ledges and all that. But
Dude, and the older you get, the harder it becomes.
oh dude, right now that the cold's coming in,
Mm-hmm.
I wake up in the morning achy. I have to stretch. Or the other day I was skating La Puente and I ollied over the ball and I sprained my knee. So I was like, really?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I usually recommend people not to get the meniscus surgery. Just go through physical therapy.
Mm-hmm. Like I
Smart.
said, bro, I mean, I'm still on the younger side. The last thing I want to do is huck a tray flip down a 10 stair, and then there goes my ankles or there goes my knee. And I see, bro, watching the Hall of Meat,
Dude, stay away from stuff
Stay away
like
from
that.
I can't help it, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no.
you start to like look at this stuff, and then like it kind of like flashbacks hit me sometimes. I go to a spot and I'm like, dude, if I get onto this, what if this happens? Or you know,
I mean, that happens to me too. I was trying those vario flips the other day, and like I said, like I landed one like a little primo, but I knew I could land the next one.
Mhm.
And then, I landed it. I was all excited. And, I wanted to show somebody, so I showed somebody at work. And they're like, you're not afraid of breaking your ankle? I'm like, why do you got to say that, bro? Like,
right?
why you got to put that in my head? Like, I was afraid, yes, but I got over it and I landed the trick. Now you're making me feel like, should I keep trying this again?
Or
But,
yeah, and I feel like that too at the skate park when I do go. I'll do one thing that I want to learn, and then if it was sketchy enough, I'm okay. I did it once,
Mhm.
But
once you learn it and it wasn't even that bad.
Yeah.
The first time you huck down a set of stairs and then you get that fall, you go, man, I was scared of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the confidence. That's what I love about that part about it. When you can actually overcome the fear
Yeah.
and not leave it there sitting in the back of your head. You could just go for it.
Part of me just like I love the feeling of when like you're going to do something, whether that be a rail, a gap, whatever the case is, and you're sitting on top of it, and you're like, all right, I'm about to do it. Like, that you have that little thing in the back of your head that's kind of holding you back, and then you have that one try where you just take that breath and send it.
Just send it.
It's that moment where it's like, okay, I got this,
I love it. Yeah. I mean, I pushed at something the other day. And I knew I didn't have enough speed for it, and I like bailed it. I was like, all right, whew, got that little scare in me.
Mhm.
I'm like, all right, I got this.
That adrenaline takes over, and
Got
then it just...
got the right push. I ollied over the thing I was ollieing over. I was like, I cleared it way more than I needed to.
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, I got this. And then the next one, boom, landed. I was like, okay. But that first initial one, I was like really trying to send it, you know?
Yeah, it's better to over clear it than to under clear it.
Right.
Any case.
Yeah. So, I mean, dude, I love skateboarding.
I want to get better at handrails, but my biggest thing is not clearing the rail. Like when you ollie up and land on it, I've seen too many people not ollie high enough, bro.
And clip like the wheels or trucks or something? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Dude, so yesterday there's this dude at the event, at the pawn shop event at Covina Skate Park, and he seen me trying to nose slide the hubba, so then he tried it too. But what his difference was, he was trying to ollie all the way to the top of the corner of the hubba
And go the whole
stall
thing.
and just
And
go
it's-
down.
Yeah.
And dude, he was not ollieing up there. He was taking slams. I told him, hey, bro, try to gap it a little bit to the side, you know, but do it however you feel comfortable, you know?
Yeah, gapping out is scary.
Yeah, he just kept trying it, messing up his knee, and like he just gave up after.
But you don't need to jump as high to get up there. It's just sending it to there. It's just the scary part.
Dude,
Yeah.
and some people, the people that are over 5'10", you guys are blessed.
I sit there and look at my homies that are tall and they're skating. I'm like, skating so easy for you
It
because
looks like
everything's
it.
so small.
My dream trick, nollie hard flip, right? Cody over there does it like effortlessly.
No, the hard flips.
Yeah.
That's a
He'll-
fun trick too.
We'll play skate and nollie hard flip. I'm like, bro.
He knows. He knows. He knows.
No,
Yeah.
that was my dream trick. He got those nice.
Dope. Shout out to that, man.
Them tall legs, tall torso.
All right. Peralta, you have anything?
So, if you had the opportunity to get out of the high desert, where would your like dream spot to live be?
It's weird actually. So if we took the skating aspect away, I would stay where I live because you know it's one of a kind actually. You
Yeah.
can walk out into the backyard, you have a lake, your boat's right there. Like it's a culture shock to people who live in the city.
Yeah.
I like to be in the city, but I don't like living in the city. If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
It's like how we're out here in the suburbs of the city,
Mhm.
but we're still close enough to get to the city.
Yeah. So I mean, if I did have to move away from the desert, it would probably be somewhere in like Fontana, San Bernardino, only because it's less hot, it's less windy down there. The area might be a little bad, but
Yeah.
Probably got some good skate spots.
It's like you're kind of smack dab in the city of both ends of the Cali.
Yeah,
Like the
the-
city close and then the high desert close.
the Inland Empire has a lot of spots. You know, the bricklet or the brick
The-
quarter pipe.
Yeah.
That's in San Bernardino.
I
Like,
think they took those down. Oh no! You're talking about the quarter power. Talking about the banks. There's some banks that you will get out in Upland off the freeway, and then they're right off Euclid, like in the middle island. Super clean banks.
the spot that's so you know the parking garage next to that brick the quarter pipe.
Yeah.
On top of that parking lot, there's a huge bank,
The
and
roof,
people
right?
skate into it, and it's on the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that spot is buck.
I was gonna
Okay.
tell you yesterday, bro. Yeah,
That's
I'll
crazy.
show you later.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, we've been there once. I've been there once.
Dang.
I've seen some shit go down at that spot.
Mm-hmm.
You fall
Hell
one
yeah.
time, and
It's over, huh?
yeah, you fall one time, it's over. It's like falling in the street.
Wow. All right, man. Dude, I think we did it.
We did do it.
Yeah,
Did you have
man.
any more questions or no?
No, I was just curious, because the culture difference between people in the high desert and then down here is like totally different.
Dude, it sucks. I'm not gonna lie. Even just finding people to go skate with. Like you go to the skate park and that's like the only thing kids know. It's just the skate park.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to go street skating. Nobody wants to go film clips. Everybody's so accustomed to that park life.
Yeah.
And dude, 10, 20, 30 years ago, even in your guys' time, it's been street always, right?
Yeah.
Always. I mean, I like the parks now that I'm older, but I mean, the streets is where I was at all the time. We didn't have the luxury of having parks growing up. Not a lot of them, anyway.
I try and tell some of these kids, like, bro, set yourself aside from everybody else. Go skate some street, go take a year and just grind out street clips, get a street clip every weekend. I did that for a year, maybe 2 years ago, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Even just like committing one day to going to a street spot, dude, it helps.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of experience in the grittiness,
Right.
you know, because
The streets are hard to push through. They're not as pretty and nice as a skate park is.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can relate to that because I spent I fell off from the streets for like 2-3 years, and then I went back to street skating, and I was like, I started becoming one of those park skaters, like, oh, this floor's too chunky, oh, there's a crack, or, this ledge isn't buttery enough, or, and I'm like, what happened? I used to be able to like just grind all this shit out, no problem. I didn't even think twice if the floor was rough.
Yeah, and that's in the streets. That's one thing that comes to my mind too, and I'm guilty of that as well. Like I'm so used to skating the skate park. It's a blessing and a curse, you know. We got the skate park there, but it's like, dude, the skate park isn't a place to just live at.
Yeah,
you know, you gotta get out there.
Yeah,
especially if filming and getting clips is important to you. Then you got to get out in the streets.
Because, dude, a lot of the kids that are under 18, they want to get sponsored. You know, and it doesn't really look good on your end if you're trying to get sponsored and you don't post clips or you only post at the skate park.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like, yeah, it's cool that you skate at the skate park, but there are companies out there that want more than that.
Unless you're a park skater, competition skater.
Well, I mean, that's what
But they don't always get that same respect as
well,
street
that's
skater.
what I think that's what the big dream chase is from kids now. It's like they want to be like the next Nyjah, the next Jocelyn, but all they see from them is like SLS. But they don't understand that these dudes also go out and do street parts. You know, like they're throwing that stuff that they do in the park out in the street. Like that's why they skate the park to
Some of them
get comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get comfortable and they don't like the... See, like me, I hate battling tricks now.
Yeah.
Like, learning something for me to take a couple days, and that's just because, like, when you get so far into skateboarding, you know, the level of margin for failures gets thinner and thinner and thinner and thinner, you know, so it takes a little longer for me to learn tricks nowadays, but it is hard.
Yeah.
Trust me, when you get to 45, but I mean, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that.
Like I mean, I'm 34 and I'm feeling it, trying to come back into it.
I'll ride down to you at skate show.
Like the other day, I was at La Habra with the homie, and we were talking about it because we both kind of been off the board for a while. And we were like, dude, is it a trip how we used to skate this ledge right here? And it felt small. Now we're coming back and trying to get back on it. This ledge feels really high and sketchy.
Yeah.
And it's just the fact that you lost that muscle memory, the pop, and you have to get it all back again.
And that's sad too, because you, like, I'm sure back in your day, you filmed clips and you're like, dang, dude, like that spot, this trick, I don't know if I'll be able to physically go back and do it again.
Yeah, it actually happened a few weekends ago. We went to this 4-block, and I was like, damn, I switched frontside flip this like 5 years ago, and I'm looking at it now. I was like, I don't think I tried again.
Oh,
It's almost sad. Like, it's that type of stuff sits with me, and it's like, damn.
if you're
dude.
still young, yeah, but yeah. And just be proud of the moment that you did it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still look at it, I'm like, cool, I accomplished a lot through my skate career, and I'm like, now I'm watching the younger kids do it, but then now I'm like that Coach Frank guy that's like, come on, do it, I would have done this and that, and I'm just waiting till someone finally throws it at me, then do it again.
Yeah.
Luckily, no one said it to me yet.
One of my most proud clips, I mean, it was at the skate park. I tried doing this in the street, but it just...
You haven't found the right spot yet for it?
I found the right spot, and I was starting to film for the part at around this time when I was trying the trick in the street. I never got it because of I just never got it. But at the skate park is half cab manual, late flip out.
Ooh.
That, and the way that the homie filmed that clip, I was, you know, I had to tell him, all right, film it like this. This is how I want it to look. Dude, that clip came out so perfect, and I look back at it. It's been about 2 years now, but I look back at it, and I can just watch it over and over and over again.
That's cool.
It's one of those.
That's cool to have in your what do you call it? Your resume.
Yeah. I have it pinned on the profile
That's
and
right.
everything, bro. I'm proud of that one.
That's right. All right, man. We pretty much did the whole show now. You got any shout-outs?
Shout-outs to my sponsors, Rad Rip Skateboarding, or Skateco, Rad Rip. I don't know if they got the skate or the co. But shout out to Rad Rip. Shout out to DKL Skateboarding. Shout out to Distant Hand. Shout out to Cody for coming with me today.
Yeah,
shout out to you guys for having me on. It was a good
Yes.
time, good
Pleasure.
conversation.
Oh, yeah.
About to go skate the mini ramp.
Oh, yeah. What's your Instagram?
King_Daniel_187.
And you don't have a YouTube or anything?
No, I don't have a YouTube right now. I'm actually in the process of getting a. I think it's called the copyright or a patent for
Okay.
the Instagram name Daniel Romero.
Okay,
Okay.
you're trying to get your
Yeah, I'm trying
trademark.
to. Yeah, I'm trying. There you go, the trademark. I tried reaching out to the guy, but he's being a douchebag, so I gotta legally do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But King_Daniel_187.
Shout out. All right. Listo? Shout outs?
I got some shout outs. Shout out number one, God. Shout out my family. Shout out skateboarding. Shout out where the locals skate. Shout out Daniel Romero for coming out here from Barstow, you said?
Pretty much, you might as well call it Barstow.
Barstow area. For sure. So
Yeah.
thank you for coming down.
Dude, thank you guys for having me.
For sure, man. And you brought your homie down here, and thanks for coming down, sharing your story, getting to know a little bit of you,
Mhm.
and where you came from, and hope to skate with you soon, man.
Oh, we're skating later today. You already know.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's get it.
Peralta?
I'm shout out all my friends out there that support me. It's cool to see all the support we get out here from everyone. Daniel, thank you for coming. It was awesome. Now we got a new homie if we head out to Barstow.
Yeah.
Shoot, you
You know.
already know, bro. Let me know.
Yeah, we'll hit you up if we head out that way. We'll catch a sesh, show us your spots.
It's
Yeah.
the perfect place if you're going to Vegas. You know,
Okay.
all you gotta do
Well,
is hit
good
me
stuff.
up, dude. The skate park is like a minute off of the freeway.
Oh, sick.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So-
Or if I want to go fishing out there, hit you up and
Yeah,
we'll
dude.
knock your lake out.
You have
That's
fun. I
dope.
got a boat. I'll take us out. We can go crazy.
I'm down.
All right.
Sounds like an adventure.
Yeah.
Shout out to Richard, Listo, everything we're doing. We've grown a big family, meeting all these locals and everything.
Yes.
You guys are killing it.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
admire the podcast, the setup. Really like what you guys are doing.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we do it for the skaters, man, for the local skaters, to give them a voice and like you, and share your story with us. And again, man, thank you again for coming down.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate that. And shout out to your homie for coming down and sitting in with you too as well.
Right?
Shout out to, of course, the Couch Boys on the ones and twos handling it. And of course, thank everybody for watching, man. I really appreciate that. And we made it to, this is 101 episodes. So again, man, thank you everybody for tuning in, supporting the show, liking and subscribing to us. If you or you know somebody that wants to be part of the show, hit us up in the Instagram, or if you see us in the streets, let us know. We'll try to get you in the studio as soon as possible. Go ahead and follow our Instagram at We're the Locals Sk8, or our TikTok, We're the Locals Sk8 Podcast. Until next week, I'm OG State Show. Peace out, everybody.